are pregnant and we're trying to prepare for your birth, the thing that you need the most is information. So I have a list of my favorite books. Of course, I have a lot of them, but I've narrowed it down to my favorite ones that I want to share with you today. The first one, always, and I know it's backwards in the screen, sorry, is Ina May's Guide to Childbirth. This is the top one. If you're going to read any of them, read this one. She has such a unique way of bringing out the beauty and power that is in birth. Plus, the first half of this book is birth stories that are good birth stories. They're the kind you want to hear, that you should hear. This is my favorite. Next, Thinking Woman's Guide to a Better Birth. This goes through all of the possible scenarios in a birth, whether you are choose to give birth in a hospital, home birth, birth center, and then it brings out a lot of the pros and cons through some of the things you'll encounter that you may not learn otherwise. When you give consent to something, you want to have informed consent. Information is key, and this is a really good source of information for all of those extra things that you may encounter, especially in hospital birth. Okay, birthing from within. This is great. It's even better if you can go through it as a couple. And starting in about July or August of 2014, I will be having classes that you can come to and attend, either just mom or with your birth partner. So this is a really good book to have to work through all of the emotions and things going on inside to prepare for the birth that you want to have. Last one on the necessary list is Business of Baby. This one is a newer one. I feel it's really important because it gives a picture of where birth is now currently and how we got there and why, and causes us to kind of step back and ask some questions that maybe need to be asked about why birth looks the way it does in America, so that you, once again, can make choices that are informed. That is very key. Extra Credit is another book by Ina May called Birth Matters. You can never have too much Ina May, and this is my second favorite. The other one is Continuum Concept. This one is great, especially before you have your first baby, because the way we parent here in America is very, we rush the infant stage, and this kind of helps you step back and maybe just cherish those moments when they're just tiny and they need you, and that all of those things, even though they can be overwhelming, it's not a bad thing. And to just have it a more gentle, loving, attached approach. And so this is just a great way to rethink maybe some of the norms that we grew up with or assume about being a parent and about newborns, and so that we can truly embrace those critical first months. So those are my top choices.